How many meals do you eat a day?
I'm a pretty solid 3 meal.
You go 3 meals.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a breakfast?
Not a proper breakfast.
That's what I'm talking about. Meals.
But like would you count like a cup of oatmeal in the morning?
That's a meal.
Okay,
100%.
yeah. Like a cup of maybe a bagel in the morning.
So you're a bagel guy?
Yeah, or something around that size.
So you're gonna eat something like an oatmeal or like a bagel for breakfast.
Yeah, or protein shake or just some form of calories.
Yeah. Okay. So then you eat a lunch too. Like you're a lunch guy.
Yeah.
Like you'll stop and go get a lunch or whatever.
If I'm at work, I'll get a lunch.
Like you're gonna go get
structure.
You're gonna get a lunch.
Mm-hmm, but
okay.
on a Saturday, I might skip lunch.
Okay. So there's a possibility. What about a Sunday? Do you have a lunch on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The structure.
Okay. Then dinner. You're saying you have a dinner every night.
Dinner every night.
Oh, this is so interesting. I am good for a meal a day.
A single meal.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to have coffee in the morning. I'm going to have a bar around 11 or 12. If I get hungry again, I'm going to have another bar. But I'm going to have dinner.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to.
That's your prize meal.
Yeah, maybe, if I'm at the office and I feel like, man, this is just so fun. I'm just away from my kids and I want to eat. I'll DoorDash, like a California chicken salad.
Yeah, I feel like I have a recollection that you eat a lot of goop or a lot of California chicken.
Yeah, I go maybe once a week, twice a week. I'll do a DoorDash order, a salad. But, I really enjoy waiting until dinner. Last night we had a bolognese. Julia makes a big bolognese. But that's my
bolognese.
But that's my meal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like I'm not eating a lot of meals. The reason why I'm asking is I just crushed a fantastic granola bar. Second bar of the day. Suffice.
Granola bar or like protein bar?
No, granola, like the Green Valley, like the Nature Valley green ones. You know what I mean? Like
like
everybody's grown up on. Yeah, everybody. But I just enjoy that because I'm gonna have a dinner. It's gonna be a great dinner. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it'll be a full meal.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing meals during the day. It's a rare deal. A breakfast? Come on, what is this? A holiday? What are you on? Thanksgiving break? Breakfast?
Yeah, well, yes.
Like eggs and bacon? These kids, Julia makes my boys a full breakfast every morning.
That's not real.
They get a full breakfast. I never had a breakfast growing up. We had cereal and we had a Pop-Tart. That was breakfast.
I got Pop-Tarts for the boys. Steph said, I had to go to school late. She's like, grabbing breakfast on the way to school.
Yeah.
Got them Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
She found out.
Oh, gosh.
That's not breakfast. That's a treat.
No, that's a breakfast.
No, Steph, that's
a full breakfast. On there. Yeah, it's strawberry with icing on it. That's full breakfast.
Brown sugar maple.
I used to get the brown sugar maple my whole high school.
Yes.
All of high school was the brown sugar maple.
100%. There's no other flavor.
No. This is the best one. And I had a strategy of how I eat the Pop-Tart. I eat off the ends, the top, then the bottom, okay? Then now all I'm left with is the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, remember when you're eating cereal, when you're growing up, you ever have Lucky Charms?
Of course.
Save all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Get through the boring stuff, which is probably loaded with sugar as well.
Oh, it's horrible for
you. Yeah, but we didn't know that. And then now you have milk and sugar.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like Christmas Day.
Yep.
But to me, having a meal, are you kidding me? Like, man, what? And you see this stuff on social media. Scientists have discovered that you need to have 3 meals. Well, what does scientists know?
I imagine maybe something. I don't know.
No, they don't know nothing. I know something. All right, let's go.
Welcome to Leadership Lean.
Welcome to Leadership Lean In. I hope that you have only had one meal today. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to every person that likes and subscribes. You guys are the best. Make sure if you're on the YT, that's an abbreviation. It's YouTube. Ooh. If you're on the YT, hit the subscribe button. Let us know, where are you leaning in from? Remember, we do not lean back. What are you, Fat Joe? No, you lean in. We're not doing the rock away. We're doing the lean in. We're trying to get better. We're trying to improve. We're asking questions. We're curious. Why? Because we are leaders. Today, we are talking about something that's so important, and that is your social skills. How good are you with people? The great book, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This to me is one of the hallmarks of a great leader is they're not just smart. They're not just strategic. They don't just know systems and processes. They're not just good at a budget, developing and implementing the budget. No, but they're good with people. People make a place. People make the world go round. And I want to remind you as a leader, everything that you're trying to accomplish happens through people. So you got to have skills in the social department, skillfulness in working with people. So a few thoughts for the day. We're going to jump around and we're going to talk about a few important things. Number one, where do social skills come into play in your leadership? Think about it. Where in your field of expertise do you need to really apply? Is it working with parents? Is it working with coworkers? Is it working with a team? Where do you really need to get good at? Where can you understand, you know what? I've got to win with them in order for me to win. In order for me to get what I want, or get to where I want, I can't do it without this collection. So find out, identify in my leadership, the people that I need to, what do they say? The people that know me the best, respect me the most. Where do I need to win with these types of people? So I always think leadership starts at home. So you might as well make it with your family, make it with your spouse. Don't just use people skills, in other words, to close a deal. Use people skills even in your own home.
Totally.
Kindness, manners, being respectful. This to me is so important. And it goes with point number 2. You need to develop good bedside manner. There's nothing worse than a doctor or a nurse that gives you a diagnosis or tells you some terrible news. And remember, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. Have you ever had a doctor? You ever got a diagnosis? You've had tons of diagnoses, Nate.
Okay.
Like what? Like saying that?
I had mono in high school.
You confessed to mono. You told us you missed 6 months. Chad, it was not
close,
6 months.
Close.
But yeah, have you ever had this? Have you ever experienced this where someone had terrible bedside manner?
Yeah, 100%. Coaches, leaders, different people who I think they took for granted the position.
Man.
And so they didn't think they needed to, maybe use actual social awareness or people skills or anything like that. And so whatever they said to me, it might have landed on the surface, but I can't really believe what I can't trust that what they're saying is for me.
Yeah, totally.
I know that they have an agenda.
They have an agenda, and I think they didn't think through how to properly connect and properly add value. I always think when it comes to bedside manner, it truly is not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have you ever sent a text and you're like, before I send this, I got to make sure I edit it and really look through to make sure how I'm trying to come across is truly coming across?
Often. And now that they have AI, I put it through the thing.
Are you an AI texter?
Please make me sound warmer. Because I have trouble with that.
You do?
I come across, maybe a sarcastic or,
So you'll take your text. This is what you do.
This is a true story, yeah.
You and put it in AI.
Yep.
And they'll make you sound like you still?
Yeah. I think like I want to sound, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
I got to try that sometime. Sometimes I don't want to sound kind. Sometimes I want to let people know my energy. Yeah. I want people to really feel my frustration. And so I end up like doctoring it up so that people understand what's behind it. But if I'm trying to communicate anything, I want to make sure the spirit of it, the intent of it is always there. I'll never forget when we got George's diagnosis. The doctor had the worst bedside manner, just kind of like matter of fact. And to his defense, maybe he has to do this all day long.
Right.
So how do you emotionally conjure that up 100 times? Yeah, so you're just gone. So you're just like, it's just matter of fact. This is what the diagnosis is. This is science. This is medicine. Here you go. On you go. And I know that might be what's important or what's valued in that profession, but that term is there for a reason, bedside manner.
Right.
We always remember the way people make us feel. And so as a leader, part of developing good social skills is socially being aware. I think just self-awareness takes you far. Social awareness. Yep. What are the dynamics in this room? What are the dynamics on this team? What are the dynamics I'm working with? I'm always trying to understand socially what's going on. for me as a spiritual leader, I know that so much of the spiritual life or health is attached to social dynamics.
Right.
They're never separated. They're all oftentimes tied together. So I've got to get good at developing good people skills. I wrote down number 3. The number one thing that attracts people is warmth. So warmth is an attraction. People kind of know who's approachable. They know who they can talk to.
Yeah.
They know who's kind of like for them. I saw this study that was recently done, and this guy did a social experiment on popular kids in school. And he's trying to figure out why some kids were popular and others weren't. And so he said, athletes, theater kids, good-looking kids, smart kids, thousands of kids he studied. And the number one thing they all had in common, in spite of all their differences, was that they had a long list of people that they liked. In other words, when they walked down the halls, they'd say, "Hey, Tim. Hey, Ted. What's going on, Jill?" And that's why they became popular. But that's the truth. The number one quality of someone that has good social skills is warmth. How could you be good socially and be cold?
Yeah.
You've got to make sure you posture yourself. You have the position of someone that's inviting, someone that's friendly. And to me, when I saw that research, I thought that's just a biblical truth. The one that wants friends must first be friendly.
That's right.
You got to have warmth.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than going somewhere and you feel like you're alone and someone you know is across the room and they initiate, "Hey," all of a sudden just feels like a comfort, a warmth, a security. And I like that idea. You got the kids who had the most friends liked the most people. I've never heard that before. That's really good.
And it is so true. I for a long time, I felt like they would make fun of me, especially when I was a youth pastor, because so many youth coming through and always say, "They're my favorite. This guy's my favorite.
Yeah,
this kid's my favorite. This is my favorite." And then some kids would get mad and they go, "Everybody's your favorite. Everybody's your favorite. You don't have a favorite." And I always took pride in that, going like, "Yeah, I love that many people."
Yeah.
And I want to come off as a person still to this day of like, man, I love so many people deeply. They're the best. No, they're the best. No, he's the best. This guy's the greatest. Oh, that guy. It's a belief in others. That's a social skill of just starting from the premise that I'm for this person. I love this person. And that attracts people to you having a warmth rather than being an ice queen or an ice king.
Yeah.
Or having a resting church face.
I love
That's
that phrase.
very important not to have. So here's a great question to ask yourself. What are you doing to develop your people skills? I always think about like a skill that you have. What are you doing to get better at that thing? What are you doing to improve it? Because you don't want to cap out. You don't want to just be like, "Well, I learned how to memorize someone's name 10 years ago. I learned how important thank you cards were 15 years ago. I learned that it's important to listen more than I talk." What are you doing actively
It's really good.
to get better at connecting with people? Because I think at the end of the day, again, everything you do involves people. Everything you're trying to accomplish requires people. You've got to get good at working good with others. And so the more I try and get good, it's that Dale Carnegie, how to win. How do I win people over? How to win friends? How do I influence people? How do I figure out the psychology behind what motivates them and what social dynamics are at play? I think you can get better at connecting with others. I don't think you plateau ever.
That's right. Do you know who Alex Hormozy is?
Mm-mm.
He's like big TikToker, entrepreneur, kind of that whole space. And he says the greatest investment, the studies show that the greatest investment beyond stocks, beyond crypto, anything, is investing in a new skill.
Wow.
And a social skill pays dividends because it connects you and gives you the ability to leverage. I mean, that's not the language that we would use. But actually have relationships that are effective.
But everything flows out of relationships. That's right. So you got to get good. You got to actively try to improve your people skills. Remember, everyone's favorite subject is themselves. Mm-hmm. So don't lose your curiosity of getting people, where are you from? Or if someone that you know a long time, how you guys doing? How's your family? How's your marriage? How's your spouse? How's your money? What are you guys doing this Christmas? Where are you guys traveling to? Asking questions signals that you care.
That's right.
And you can't do that from a inauthentic place. You got to do that from a place that really cares about the person.
Yep.
And because otherwise that'll get sniffed out and go, man, they asked me so many questions, but it feels obligatory. It feels like they just have to ask me because that's their job.
It's their list.
It's their list. Yeah. Or even worse, they want to know a lot so they can go talk a lot. And that's also something to be sniffed out. If I come from a place as a leader that I genuinely want to add value to you, I'm going to get you talking about you, because it's crazy. I have these conversations and then someone walks away and goes, man, we had the best conversation. Well, nah, we didn't. You talked a lot about yourself. I listened, but it added value.
How does it make you feel when someone, maybe you haven't talked to them for a while, and when you're talking, they bring up the last conversation you had? Hey, I remember you telling me about this.
Oh, man, what a skill.
That just.
What a skill. And to me, again, that is the heart of a leader. The heart of a leader, servant leadership, which we aspire towards, is serving others and adding value towards other. The next one is your gift will make room for you. So in other words, this is a biblical truth. Your gift, your gifting, and the more you walk in your gift, the better you get at it. That will make room for you. But I also think one of the things about being good with people is bringing a gift. Your gift that you... I had this couple this last Sunday. They gave Julie and I a beautiful Amazon gift card. And I was like, I already liked them, already loved them, already thought highly of them. But man, do I love them even more. When you're working with people, what could you give? It's like that guy or that girl that's coming into work with a bunch of Starbucks.
Oh, man. Come on. Hey, text me your order on the way in. What?
You want to win with people? What? You're not trying to buy people. But man, this is kind of an easy win with others. How are you adding to their life? Your gift will make room for you. So I know that's your natural gift or what you're gifted in. You will not stand before obscure men. You stand before kings, people in high places. But I also think don't ever underestimate the power of a gift. Bringing someone a gift. Some of the guys that I recognize are so good at people skills and winning with others and have a lot of friends. They're always bringing gifts.
Yeah.
They're always bringing something. They're always showing up with a gift. Hey, I know I'm coming to your conference, but I brought you this gift. And it's like, man, I'm so endeared to them. I'm so connected to them. That's just part of having people skills. Here's the last one. The golden rule applies to everyone. No matter what your position is, no matter what your platform is, treat people the way that you would want to be treated. And it's so crazy. A lot of people want loyalty, but they're not willing to give loyalty. A lot of people want respect, but they're not willing to give respect. How could you reap what you don't sow? Let me say that part again. How could you reap what you don't sow? So I want to encourage you when it comes to people skills, make sure you just start with the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. I want to be treated with honor. So I got to give away a lot of honor. I want to be treated with respect. So do I respect other people's times? And do I respect their talent? Do I respect what they're worth? I got to respect others. I want loyalty. Of course, I want the people around me to be loyal. I've got to be fiercely loyal in my relationships if I want fierce loyalty in return. The golden rule applies to everyone. So I want to encourage you, don't think that you've plateaued in working with others or figuring out people. In fact, I always love this about the next generation. I'm trying to figure out Gen Z.
Good luck.
And I'm exactly trying to figure, and how do I have the people skills to relate with them?
That's right.
Right? And so how do I have the people skills to relate with older people and younger people and the people of my age bracket and my demographic? My goal is to win others. My goal is to win with people. And ultimately in my life, for a greater purpose, not even for business transactions or transactions in any other area. My purpose, my goal personally as a leader is to connect them with something that I believe is the ultimate thing that I'm taking them towards. But for you, I want to encourage you, you've not plateaued. Try your best to develop that people skills, those social skills, that when you walk into a room, you don't take the air out. No, you breathe life. And if you're always adding value, I think you'll always have an invitation. If you're always giving and always there to serve and help, I think you'll always be wanted and people will always want you around. So don't be a taker. You're a leader. You're not a taker. If you're a leader, we're not asking for tickets. We're not asking for hookups. We're not asking for phone numbers. We are there to give. We love you, and we'll see you next time.